basic white bitch is like a spectrum thing. Like, not everyone is like fully basic white bitch. And I don't think it'd be like fully, right? Maybe just like often, maybe sometimes situationally.
Coffee Scott is about to go to the kitchen and make some scrambled eggs.
I don't strive to be the basic white bitch. I strive to gain intelligence. I strive to gain intelligence. And
I just want to say this. Like, women don't wake up in the morning and say, hey, I want to be a hoe. Like, that happens from circumstances. And I'm not saying that it's the same, you go down the same line, but I'm just showing you that the phenomenon is real.
This is not about dick. I do not need a big dick. I can literally just...
You're getting things further off topic. We have to get back to this day.
This has nothing.
When she's in the racist white neighborhood, did they pull up in cars or what? Why were you in? First of all, why were you in?
No, she lived in that neighborhood.
Okay, she lived in the neighborhood, and you were at your own house. Was it late at night? Was it daytime?
She was at a house.
Did they pull up in cars?
No, they were sitting on her car, and she was like, "Hey, get off my car." And then she went to go back inside the house, and they was like, "You know, we're gonna jump you." And apparently they did. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. But she said there's a longer story.
They were just hoodlums. They were just hoodlum kids.
No, but she said I asked, did she know them? She said no. But then afterwards she said it was a bigger story. So something triggered that.
Yeah, but what happened before? Did you know them or not know them? Sorry,
that's what she didn't explain.
So that's what we need to know. Did you know them or not know them before? Did you ever meet them before, Carrie? Are you still there?
She was trying to mediate between the racist whites and the black people and trying to be the middle Karen, and it didn't work.
I'm sorry, not trying to be the middle Karen, but yes, trying to mediate. I didn't realize where I was supposed to fucking factualize.
Dumbasses are gonna be dumbasses. You can't mediate dumbasses. You ain't gonna change their minds. They're just gonna keep being dumbasses.
But honestly, like, and it may seem like a stupid side of my perspective, but I think that you always have to have an emotional concept and, like, try to talk to people. This is the reason why our society and everything is going to shit. Because we're all fighting with each other. We're all fucking fighting over what our personal aspects are and what our perspectives are and everything like that, and like not dealing with the reality of it all. And the reality of it is it's shit. And it's gonna be shit, and people are gonna treat you like shit. But you need to try and be the best person you can be. And I don't see anyone trying to be the best person they can be. I see everyone trying to fucking win a game that's not winnable. Because you are never going to win the game at fucking evil. And I don't mean this by any means as a fucking Christian, because when it comes to that thought process, that's not about Christianity. That's about fucking spirituality. That has nothing to do with my religious beliefs. That has to do with my spiritual beliefs and the way that we transfer fucking energy. And y'all are all acting shitty as fuck and want to come at me? Fuck around and fuck off. I don't even care, because you ain't gonna fuck around and find out.
That's a good statement. That's one of the best statements that's come out in the last, I want to say 15 years, is fuck around and find out. That's like my new favorite thing. Fuck around and find out.
That's why I said fuck around and find out. Because you're not going to find out. You're going to fuck off. Because you ain't worth the shit.
That and what is it? GFC. Give fuck cunt. That's another one of my favorites that came out on TikTok. I like that one too. I like his videos.
Oh my god, TikTok fucking. Alright, I'm gonna go to sleep. But I have a job tomorrow and kids to take care of, and I don't have time to make a fucking anagrams for TikTok, so y'all have a good night.
Good night, Carrie.
Good night, Carrie.
I'm sorry, I'm just having a good time tonight. I don't got no kids. This is once in a while that I get drunk, and I'm having a good time.
That was a
All by
hard
myself.
38.
All right.
That's a hard 30.
White women for 20 minutes. We need 20 minutes of silence from white women on the stage. Thank you.
Okay, I'm black. But yeah, that was a hard 38. Like, wow. 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 But then she said she's been like jumped and ran over and all this. I get it.
Hard time. She said she's 38 years old.
She said she was 38, almost 38.
She sounds like she was like in her at least late 40s or some shit. Damn. Y'all are so mean.
No.
Hey, Tyler, when did you start thirst trap?
After much speculation about my body, I said, fuck it, show a little something every now and again.
Thirst trapping is fun. I've been being mean with my forehead because I'm drunk.
I also sometimes acknowledge that I have asexuality. Sometimes.
It depends on that time of, like, what point in your cycle you're in. Because when you get closer to the ovulation, let me tell you.
I fucking hate it. It happens against my will every I fucking hate it. I just...
It never fails. It always falls when my husband's on the boat and I can't do nothing about it. It's not fair.
I know, but like this is like twice this week y'all are talking about y'all's cycle.
Well, I just fucking hate it, okay? I can't wait for menopause.
Me too.
At some points.
You can't wait for menopause. You know you're gonna get fat and hot and dry pussy and
Nah, that ain't what happened to all the women who get menopause. A lot of y'all pick up on sexual activity.
I'm already fat and hot, so it don't matter.
Okay, but we know you be fucking with the menopause chicks.
Yeah, I'm a bitch in her 50s. He loves it.
You're gonna worry about getting them pregnant.
Hey, thank you,
no.
Ashley. Realest nigga in the room.
That's
Ashley,
a fucking lie. Ashley, I know you're on TikTok, so I know you saw that lady in her 50s with a grown-ass daughter. Story. It's real. And she got pregnant, and that man said, I don't want no babies.
It's not
if she's menopausal. If she's menopausal, then she couldn't get pregnant. Like, if you go through menopause, there's no way. She must just have went through a late menopause.
It's a TikTok story that's funny. It ain't real. She doing all kind of skits now. If you go to her page, she got all kind of stupid ass skits up there.
Are you in the house yet, Busha?
Not yet, no.
But your Mike is like your age and he's about to have another baby. Why don't you have another baby?
Yeah, I have another baby, Busha.
You said, who is my age?
Mike is 45.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And have another one?
Yeah.
But you see how unstable Mike is? He ain't got no, like, he cool, but he ain't got, like, he cool, he just crazy. He like an extreme guy. So he want to do wild shit. To me, that's wild. Having a baby when you finna die, that's how.
How is he gonna die at 45?
At fucking 45.
45. I'm saying, like, okay, so when the kid get, 15, 20, it'd be in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I mean, what are you out there doing that you think you're not even gonna make it to your 60s? Fuck.
Yeah, like life expectancy in the U.S. for men is in the 70s.
Yeah, so you got 10 years for this child, for your kid to have a kid, so you can enjoy being a granddad at least 5 of those 20 years you got left.
Well, I'm 38, even though sometimes I say I'm 48.
She's 38, but said she's 48.
Point this speaker's gonna fuck the stage up. What?
Has he created? No. The next question. Is God above the throne yet?
He's not.
Has a fiance that's a woman, and I know that can't be true.
No one, I'm sorry, like, no one straight has that voice. I'm sorry, you can't convince me otherwise.
Hey, I heard Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. I saw that, I listened, I heard that you guys were talking about customer service minutes and all that bullshit. Follow my new LinkedIn for Adrian Dittman. It's in my profile. Thank you. I'm complete.
Oh, I knew that was you. Where is it?
Yes, I'm getting ahead of the curve because I anticipate immigration to accelerate, and therefore I'm becoming an Islamic cleric.
What's wrong with you?
It's a joke. Can't take a joke.
Where are these immigrants coming from?
I don't know. There's a lot of Muslims in the world. War is never going to stop.
Did you know that there was apparently an atheist Saudi who is a Zionist that ran into a Christmas market yelling Allah Akbar? Does that make any sense?
So, yeah, man was a great conflict with this.
Listen, Monica, is Monica, are you friends with Monica, Ryan?
No, on here, yeah, yes, I think we're adding.
That's what I meant. I don't mean like they're like friends with yeah. Because like I think she's on. Someone has me blocked out of whatever room everyone's always in. I'm beginning to think it's her.
Is it LC?
No, LC doesn't have me blocked. LC and I are friends, quote unquote friends on here.
I blocked Monica just the other day.
Is there like a room that? It's usually whatever room Anna's in. I can't get in.
It's Roger Mayhem. It's probably the Roger Mayhem room.
Yeah, I can't see the Roger Mayhem. And is it open to the public, the Roger Mayhem room?
You join his house, and you know.
Yeah, I'm in his house.
Well, anyways, whatever. I mean, you know, that's generally the collection point. And Adams yesterday was like, my previous name was Funny. He's like, kick Funny. That's Edmund. Quick.
Kick Funny.
The full name was Funny Happy. Yeah, and then like a couple days ago, Monica came into my room and just like started like shit posting me in the comments like she always does. I'm like, Monica, you say the same shit every time, you know, about every time you say the same shit about me. It's like, you know.
What is it now that you're recording?
No, like stupid shit like you could be so much better. You used to read the Bible on here and you used to do this. And, yeah, it's so stupid. It's so stupid because I'm like doing things. I'm not just like totally wasting my time.
I want you to be the best best version of yourself.
Exactly. And I'm like, bitch, I go to the gym every day. What the fuck do you do?
She wakes up at 3 a.m. on Clubhouse and talks to herself.
With the replays on.
Jesus.
How do we know that her expectations of Edmund are the best version that he can be?
Yeah. Monica. Is Ricky still on the staff or no? I'm not friends with him on Instagram.
Yes, he is actually.
What about Naveen?
Ashland was on here 6 hours ago. I saw him today.
Oh, Naveen. I know Naveen. Wait, Ashland comes on this app still?
I didn't know that, but it says she was on 6 hours ago.
Does Jeanette or no?
Let me see. Nope, she has not been on over a week.
Oh, it says like when someone's been on a week, or that's like when it stops showing the time.
I think that's when it stops showing. I think after 24 hours is actually when it is. But I haven't seen her in a long time.
What about KT? Do you remember her?
She does not even have an account anymore.
Oh, okay. I forgot about her.
Hampton
so
is.
Randy still come on, or?
Yeah, Randy was on
is
here.
Randy still on?
Yeah, he goes by
Randy
Rabbi. He goes by Rabbi or Rabba, and.
No, Rabbi is the nigger.
You're so angry.
Me?
Yeah.
That fucking bitch, he's a faggot.
You did not speak like this when I was on this app 4 months ago.
Yeah, what happened to you? You got radicalized. I thought you were a nice gay guy.
Oh, yeah.
Our friends are being radicalized, Ryan. I don't want our friends to become radicalized. That's why I sit in rooms while Tommy H says horrible things and do nothing.
Is that Monica?
Yeah, Joey says that her friends are being radicalized.
Well, maybe because she's always taking up space with that annoying voice, and people are driven away from her.
Literally. My favorite Monica thing is she gets mad whenever you talk about white people, so whenever she's in the room, I purposely just bash white people. She goes fucking ballistic and says that I'm a hate. She calls me a racist. A race traitor is what she calls me, sorry.
Oh really?
God, it's only
That's pretty radical.
Hello.
I thought we were post-race.
Well, yeah, not according to her. No, because I went into like one of those black woman supremacy rooms, and I was making jokes about white women just because she was there, and she went ballistic. Amir.
Oh, why did he leave?
Well,
he came in and raised his hand. Like, that's just strange. Anyway.
Is Rude Man Hampton? I'm just looking through my file. Okay, cool. Shariah Care. Oh, Rico is Thomas, right? Katana was on 8 hours ago.
That hoe still uses this app. I guess she's got to get her talk therapy and for being a depressed escort.
MG also still on here.
Yeah, I heard her in a room the other day, and she's still got that big mouth, and she's like, ugh, I just love hearing her say, like, my managers fucking love me. Like, my managers, you can't get off your fucking ass because you're just...
I like Katana. I don't like
her managers. I thought she was a stay-at-home mom.
No, she, like, got some corporate gig.
Oh, so she works at a corporate office now?
I don't know. I don't fucking know the exact details. I mean, I just have, like, vague memories of her loud-mouthing.
So now she has a job now.
Yep.
And she's still on this app 24/7 screaming about things.
So like there was something that happened in the beginning of this app. It was like somebody named Omari or something.
Yeah, I remember. He's still here.
Well, he went like bananas.
He's still here.
He went bananas over like my recordings because like he admitted to like I guess committing infidelity or something like that. And he was like, "Please delete that recording. Please delete that." Like there was so much stupid drama about my recordings, but you know, at the end, it's all just like pathetic beyond belief. That's why they really want everything deleted because it's just people being retarded, like because they are stupid and they are like emotional creatures, and it's just like nobody wants to hear their horrible voice.
Remember when MG doxed KB? That was hilarious.
Yeah, man. Thank God those videos are on YouTube still.
Of who? Of MG? Is there really?
The MG,
the Ludacris song? Oh, the Naveen one is still on YouTube?
And, yeah. Liar, yeah.
You guys...
Oh, get you a weave, get you a husband.
Oh, go get you some weave, go get you a hubby. We had all of our beef, and you guys never put me on YouTube.
I think we did, actually.
Did it get taken down?
We did.
Then where is it? I can't find it. I can find the MG one.
I think it's your name. It's not your face. And there's also the Clubhouse files on Telegram that's still up.
Yeah, but that's Telegram. When you look at my name in YouTube, it doesn't come up. Unless it's not my last name.
Because it's in the video. It's not. It's in the video. It's not.
Oh.
The title.
Wait, what do I look up? The Clubhouse files?
I don't know if the Clubhouse files is on YouTube, but if you put up Naveen as a snake, I think that one will lead you to the YouTube account.
No, it's not there. I found it. It's got the Ho song, the George, and then the Naveen thing. Yeah, I knew I was not on there. Oh, because KB took it down. That's what it was. How do I look up the Naveen thing separately?
Did you find it?
Yeah, here. I'll put it on my PTR.
Then you're in that video.
Oh, in the Ho parody one?
No, in the Naveen one.
The Naveen one's not there.
Oh, I guess she did take it out. I thought you said that the three that were there.
No, I said that, look, PTR, I put a screenshot. No, she took down whichever. I remember asking her to take something down, and she did.
I don't see. Oh, there we go. Like, Clubhouse files. Don't blame us for mass reporting you. Yeah, that's two of them for him. The host on Clubhouse files. We're reporting 100 people per day. Oh, they're all three about him.
Yeah. It's called Gentile privilege. Do you remember that? Is the Naveen one something separate?
I think it's called Naveen's a snake.
Yeah, maybe that was the... I just remember she took down something because I asked her to over and over, and she just did. The MG Ho one is so funny. You're a hoe!
Darky slave.
You darky slave.
You're just jealous because you is skinnier and better looking than you.
You black bald ass bitch.
The darky slave one was great because you can hear Alex you laughing in the background.
Yeah, so I still am on YouTube because of that.
Like that's too much. You're like, oh my gosh, like it's too much for you.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was like, I can't even do this anymore.
MG calling someone a darky slave, you're like, oh my gosh.
Me of all people, it was not even my room, it was Ricky's room, but I was like a mom, and I was like so uncomfortable.
Is that still up? I want to hear that.
I heard
It's on Telegram. I can find it. Send it to you.
I heard Rick in a room the other night, and it was like the most who the fuck was he talking to? It was the most disgusting, like,
Most what?
bending the knee. Rick was having a conversation with, God, I can't remember who it was, but it was just brutal listening. And Rick was like, being nice, but at the same time, it was like pathetic. I don't even know how to describe it or who the fuck he was talking to, but you just talk to certain people and you let them say what they want. But it was like, whoa, like this is, I can't remember what the fuck who he was talking to, but it was horribly annoying.
You darky.
I honestly miss Andrew Meyer. Like, I wish he was on this app still, just like shitting on people, because he shits on people, and like so many people on this app just like deserve to have monkey shit thrown in their faces.
Remove for being a faggot.
Yeah, remove for being a faggot.
I mean, what do you think Ali Alexander is doing? Do you think he's a consultant now in DC working like for some congressperson or for the Trump?
Ryan would probably know.
I don't know. Probably sliding into some young guy's DMs.
Are you the guy?
I was. I'm too old now.
I love how you hate him now.
I don't hate him.
Okay, you dislike him now.
I was kind of grossed out by our encounter. It's not like anything like grievous, but he was just like not. He wouldn't tell me I didn't feel empathy.
But it had nothing to do with that for me. But if you're
hospitable person.
Does he have a nice house? Or apartment?
Who?
He's okay. It was a 3-bedroom house.
He touches everyone. He it's not even his own.
Yeah, they were renting it. But I think he said he grew up in that house, so I don't really know. Weird.
For Texas, I feel like you should be able to get your own place. It's not expensive.
Did you see the Nick Fuentes video? The guy who came to his house to kill him.
No, somebody came to his house to kill him.
Yeah, it's some fucking total weirdo with a motorcycle helmet, a crossbow, a pistol, a backpack, and like he's walking around the backyard. He's like looking at the ceramic like pot, like he's pontificating about the pot or something. Like it's just like the weirdest video ever. He like tries to open the door.
The police came.
So he like left from there, and then he had murdered 3 people before that, and then the police captured him, or no, the police killed him. He shot one of the cops, and then they killed him. But he was on a murder spree, and then he went to Nick Fuentes' house after he did the murder spree. You didn't see this in the news? It's like big news event, but so much fucking news. And like Fuentes released the video to the media of him like going around the house trying to get into the house. It's fucking crazy.
How far do you live from him?
I think he lives in Cicero, which is like probably 30 minutes away, just south of me. Typical, like, typical house he lives in, like a typical Chicago type 2-flat, 3-flat, whatever the fuck it is.
Isn't Cicero like nice though?
Cicero, I wouldn't say it's like, like the North Shore of Chicago. It's not like fucking.
It's not like Highland Park.
No, it's not. It's not like Highland Park. Yeah, that's where my
what's the Evanston?
Evanston's nice too, but there's ghetto pockets, and Evanston is the first town to enact reparations through marijuana taxes. So they do wealth redistribution by selling, cannabis.
It's interesting. That's funny, Highland Park.
It's true. There's a tremendous, big Jewish population there. Big.
I know. Well, that's where Ferris Bueller's Day Off took place. That's how I know it.
Yeah, that house. It was like in the news for getting sold, and there was something about it that came up. I can't remember. Like the garage. Oh, it's like a yeah. Anyways, it's just like famous architecture. It's like a yeah. Like, how do you view the aesthetic and like the wealth of like the country in the 80s just based off those fucking movies? Like, hasn't shit gotten even worse? Like, property taxes are through the roof. The culture is just fucking rotted out. Like, what happened from like 1980 fucking 5 to 2025?
I mean, there's nothing I love. There's nothing I love more than like going to someone's house when it looks like it hasn't been redone since like 1987. Like, everything just looks nicer. Like, the aesthetics are nicer, and I don't know. I just like it better. Everything used to just be nicer.
In Chicago, you will actually see some condos that haven't been updated from the 60s or 70s. And like and when you see like a 60s apartment with like all the wallpaper and the crazy colors and like the hippie aesthetic, it's like, whoa, this is like a time capsule. It's so fucking cool.
60s is a little excessive. I like even like in the early 2000s when like people have like the Tuscan villa kitchens. Like, I like that. Like, now everything is fucking modern and gay. Like, I don't know.
I just saw a video of that one. Right? Maybe there's 2 buildings in Chicago that look like corn on the cob where it hadn't been updated. What's that building called?
Yeah, it's the Corn Cob buildings. I almost bought a studio there, and then the guy who did the appraisal was like, "Don't buy this fucking unit, bro. These floors are made out of asbestos. You'll never be able to remodel this place."
When was that building built?
I think in the 70s, and it was like, the largest concrete like shelled thing. They were doing like 1 floor a day. It was like a groundbreaking pour. Like, it was an engineering marvel. I just actually stooped a girl there like over the summertime, and I parked, by the House of Blues or whatever. They towed my fucking car, and I took photos of where they towed my car, and I said I was going to file a complaint against the alderman, against the city. And so like that Google review of that fucking parking spot has gotten like 10,000 plus views, and all these people 5-star thanking me for the warning.
Oh my god! Wait, this is so cool. You can They have garage. That building part of the bottom floors are a garage.
The bottom floor is actually like a grocery store and a real estate office, and then the entranceway to the 2 towers or the 3 towers, and it's like an open air thing. Like, I'm surprised homeless people don't even fucking sleep in there. Like, they don't keep those doors locked, which is weird.
It's just always confused me in Chicago. Like, everyone's like, I mean, I've been to Chicago once, but everyone's like, oh, it's such a nice city. The amount of crime there, like, it's worse than New York. So I'm like,
yeah, is that the actual stats that like more indiscriminate random fucking assaults and murders are in Chicago versus New York?
I mean, there's a lot more gang violence in Chicago. There may be more random crimes in New York, but there's definitely more gang violence in Chicago.
Like, don't you think they should fucking cut that fucking Guatemalan's head off, like, with a guillotine?
Yeah. I feel like everyone is just like, Trump is going to get in and deport these people in a month. Like, what are we even going to do at this point? But yeah, they should absolutely cut that guy's head off.
The video was weird, dude. Shit was wild.
That was not far from where I grew up.
Dude, she was just standing. fucking crazy.
That was right near the bridge just down.
I wonder, do you think he came up to her and was like, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I have a dollar?"
Yeah, like, did they have like an argument? Like, did he just like light her on fire? Like, I was just confused by it.
She was asleep, I think.
So he just did it? Like, he didn't even like just.
Dude, all I've seen is there's that one clip that's about a minute long, and it's when she's already on fire. But I guess she was a sleeping passenger, and yeah.
But did they identify her as being a homeless person? Like, was she herself? Was she
No,
herself?
she was definitely homeless. Like, no one gets on the subway in New York. I still take the subway from time to time. No one gets on the subway with a fucking shopping
Just
cart
sleeps,
and blankets like that if they're not homeless.
So what he was really doing was just accelerating.
Cleaning up the problem.
He just, there's a guy in Chicago. There was a guy in Chicago. He was called the Walking Man. Same exact thing. Another homeless person lit him to death, lit him on fire. Let me get the link. It's a very sad, because this guy walked around Chicago like in like tuxedo type of outfits. He had like swagger, and like he still had, he was mentally insane, but like, he still had like, he dressed like a millionaire and people knew him. And, man, dude, being homeless, whew, it's terrible, bro. Fucking terrible.
Sounds horrible.
So on Christmas Eve, I'm going to the matzo ball, and it's at this nightclub downtown called Joy District, and it's run by these two gay midgets called the Landon twins, and they dress like they're out of like some like fashion mag for gay midgets, and they're honestly like amazing because they do put together awesome parties, and they're super unique because they are identical twins and they are like 4'11" and they're Jewish. but they're just like very reform, and anyways, they have a network, and on their Instagram you can look them up. It's called Landon Twins. They tag everybody, and basically they're just like serial selfie takers who just like tag everybody and thank everybody. it's an interesting little business they have going on. I mean, Ryan, I don't know, if you're really gay, like maybe you could meet these guys. You could like, be their cool new BFF or something.
What do they do?
I'll put it in the chat. They're basically event marketers. They're called the Landon.
How midget are they?
They're very tiny.
Oh shit!
Like
I like short guys, but
I am almost sure that I could pick them up by their necks and like kill them. Like they're very tiny. And I think one of them like has a girlfriend, but like they're the gayest guys you've ever met. So I feel like, maybe one of them is like, I'm not gay no more. Yeah, not quite like that, midget. Look at New York. Look at that photo. Is that genetic?
Oh, yeah.
Is that genetics?
It's a meme. It's a meme, and it says they're about to have a 1.5. So.
I bring my headphones.
How does dwarfism like come about?
Yeah, because it's they're fucking midgets.
Is dwarfism random? Like a random genetic mutation, or are dwarfs and midgets the results of dwarfs and midgets fucking?
I think it's a random genetic thing.
What is that? A dwarf actually? Like a midget is what? It's under 5? Or is it 4?
I don't know. I don't know the exact measurements anymore, but didn't they do away with the term dwarf because it's like
I think they're LPs now.
Little peoples, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like that movie? I loved it when I was a kid. Remember where the dwarf and Val Kilmer like go to kill Morda or whatever, and he does the magic trick. He makes the baby disappear. A Willow. It was a fun movie called Willow.
And Val Kilmer, he looked pretty rough there at the end of Top Gun.
Yeah. What did he have? Throat cancer?
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, because he couldn't speak very well, but man, he looked. It's just weird seeing. I mean, that was like the movie that I idolized when I was younger, and seeing him like his face was all bad, he just looked horrible.
Well, I don't. You know who Jerry Lewis is? Famous comedian. Oh my God! Look, it's Katana.
Yeah.
Katana looked huge in that photo. What the fuck was that? But Jerry Lewis made some of the funniest movies, and he had the funniest demeanor and just so stupid. But like when he got older, he had that telethon, like an annual telethon, the Jerry Lee Lewis like telethon or whatever, and he was on steroids, so he started getting like super fat. And he also like denounced his son, took the son out of the will, and like he married some like hot chick or whatever, and like broke up, like stopped talking to his family. I don't know. People become assholes, crazy, like neurotic assholes.
Especially, imagine people that are at some point like just completely in the spotlight and adored, and it's for like their looks or their abilities, which both go away with age. Probably become very bitter. I don't know how anybody would want that like celebrity life, dude. I would go insane. I would not be like I would be worried that everywhere would go like someone that people would know me, and there's gonna be some crazy motherfucker out there that's trying to kill me.
Yeah, but look at Diddy. I mean, I just imagine like being Diddy and being in prison right now, like, and getting emaciated and not having your diet, not going to the gym every day like you used to, and having your fucking all that luxury, and you're like in the nastiest conditions, and he's not there's do you think that they will be able to mount a successful defense, or is he just going to be bankrupted, like go to jail for a little bit of time and then get released? Like, what is his actual, like, is the trial the punishment for him, or is he like seriously fucked for life?
I have no idea. I don't know what to even make of the Diddy thing. I don't get like how people can just like buy into the idea that like, oh yeah, everybody knew this, but the feds didn't know it, and but somehow they just got wind of it now, and now they're like, it's just weird. I think Kanye was right. Like he had to have been a Fed informant. So I don't know why they're throwing the book at him now. I've always kind of thought the last few years that like once AI becomes good enough where it's basically impossible to be able to distinguish with any certainty, that's when they would like kind of let everything kind of out, but like not, but in a way where like it just creates confusion and no one can be certain. Basically, they can solidify themselves as like.
Isn't CGI like the first iteration of AI?
CGI? No, I don't.
Why? It's got to be running off of like a software that is as advanced as AI, to make all those mega movies where the human eye like processes it as, being real, even though you know it's synthetic. Like it's so high quality. Like that CGI must have been operating off of like earlier AI models or something.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, I don't know enough about how CGI works at all to really.
CGI is more like they encode it with like the physical law, and then makes it render like particle. It's a bunch of particles that they give like they code the computer with like the real world physical law, like laws of physics, like like fluid dynamics and stuff like that. So it takes a lot of computing power to render that, but it's not doing the same thing that
I know, but the software is. What I'm saying is that the CGI software is a smart software. Like you said, it's tracking movement, it's tracking depth, and all those big giant green screen rooms, like they're overlaying these mass processed imagery, auto generation onto those giant green screen backgrounds. I'm just saying that the software probably operates, at like some type of correlative to like modern day AI chatbot software, like the computing power, could be comparable or something like that. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Alex, are you Jewish? Oh, is he gone? I was going to see if he wanted to go to the matzo ball in New York. If you've never been to a matzo ball on Christmas Eve, you should just like try to go, even if you're not Jewish, because a lot of non-Jews show up.
Why do they do it on Christmas Eve?
Because most Christians are at home on Christmas Eve, but Indians, blacks, and Jews all seem to congregate at this matzo ball party.
No boys allowed.
No, you just don't really. Well, you could say that the blacks are goys and that the Hindus are goys.
I thought goy was just a word for non-Jew.
I know.
So it says, I asked AI, it says it might be tempting to conflate CGI with AI, especially given how both fields of computers perform sophisticated tasks, but they are in fact distinct technologies with different origins and trajectories. It gives background. Okay, so yeah, it basically is saying that AI works on a mechanism that is attempting to be based in logic, and
attempting to.
Well, the way it's, no, it says AI focus on symbolic manipulation. They're improving and logical decision making.
There's only one way that a restaurant with food that looks this messy stays in business for 80 years, and that is by tasting absolutely delicious. This is the original location of the world-famous Original Tommy, which has become a cultural landmark and beloved for their famous chili. Here's everything you gotta try there. You order at their walk-up counter and the food comes out quick. They have their chili in lots of different dishes. This is a double chili cheeseburger, and wow, what a mountain. I have to double-check the patties were in there, and unhinge my jaw to get all the flavor. You have to also get the chili cheese fries. The portions are super generous and all that chili soaks into the fries perfectly. If you're more of a hot dog person, they have a chili dog. It's real messy, but it tastes so good. Imagine having this after a game day. If you just want to try that famous chili, they have a chili boat that's basically just chili with cheese, pickles, and tomato. And kind of
like, I don't know, like I don't know how many years ago it was, but it beat I believe like the best AlphaGo player in the world.
I don't know if I know that it's Google's version of an LLM.
Well,
I don't think AlphaGo is
versions of LLMs.
The response here looks free for whenever there was something that Google owns.
Yeah. I mean, the AlphaGo, I think they have AlphaFold, or AlphaFold is also, but I think that has to do with like proteins and like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, they're all like, there's not really anything that can be stated that, well, I guess it's something good. It's not, I can't think of something, maybe if someone were to phrase a question a certain way, depending on how it's interpreted. It's not really like a lot of things that could be illogical, but true. I have to really be based on how you think, like, the premise. So, like, there's a lot of, like, I've been telling you and Randy, and I know I'm horrible at communicating because I'm just not good at communicating this. Also, I don't understand it. But they don't understand how these models work. Like, they legitimately don't fully understand at all how they get to some of the answers that they, like, where they pull it from. And this is like a thing. It's a like very well researched thing. They spend a lot of money. They're currently spending a fuck ton of money trying to.
We're making an Oklahoma
trying to solve that problem.
Oh my goodness.
Because it is a problem. Maybe not right now, but
people are calling this restaurant a higher quality and more affordable Panda Express, and what's unique about them is that they use a robot walk to make sure quality is the same every single time. There's over 17 different entrees. Portions are pretty big, and each entree costs between $3 to $6.
I still don't know the answer to like exactly where it's coming from.
And then you choose a base.
For now, they're still able to detect like what it's quote unquote thinking
They've also got buffalo chicken, which is their take on teriyaki chicken, British pork belly legs, and amazing sweet tomato scrambled eggs.
Anthropic just put out a paper, which is something that would like they kind of thought was going on, but they did a huge fucking research thing on it, and like a scientific research and testing these models in different environments, etc. And they
tried one of the worst rated restaurants in Los Angeles. This place has a 1.7-star review on Yelp. It's called Pizza Loca, located on Martin Luther King. Now, walking into this place, my expectations were very low. Upon first glance, it wasn't very welcoming. Like, I wouldn't let my mom come here alone. But I will say the guy at the front was really nice. He took my order and had great customer service. He said I should get the Mexican pizza, the meat lovers pizza, the cheesy bread, and the spicy chicken wings. I'm very hungry right now. That's not bad.
They told us that
it's me. These
they
wings are pretty
basically
straight,
said
man.
we're
These aren't the best ones I've ever had.
Anything that you ask. Doesn't matter how bad it is.
I'm going from work. I just got such a thing. He said it's a low bottom. Yeah, the low bottom, bro. He said the Mexican pizza is the best one. The dough's a little bit too doughy. It tastes like the dough isn't like cooked all the way up. Yeah, that's tough. It's kind of like cardboard and baby powder. What is it now?
It's like Domino's from which?
The wings, yes, the pizza, no. I give it a 2.5 best. I'm trying one of the worst rated restaurants in Los Angeles. This place has a 1.7-star review on Yelp. It's called Pizza Loca, located on Martin Luther King. Now, walking into this place, my expectations were very low. It wasn't very welcoming. Like, I wouldn't let my mom come here alone. But I will say the guy at the front was really nice. He took my order and had great customer service. He said I should get the Mexican pizza, the meat lovers pizza, the cheesy bread, and the spicy chicken wings. I'm very hungry right now. That's not bad.
And so, if I do actually answer all of these, it makes it look as if they should maybe actually basically they would just shut off. And so, like, it's some wild shit. Not like some conspiracy shit. Like, that's some preservation.
Why are you spending so much alcohol?
Man, this does not smell good.
It's a very bizarre specimen too. But there was another it intentionally was answering questions wrong on a benchmark test that evaluates its capabilities. It was intentionally getting a score that was below a certain threshold that gave it access to like
was frozen, he wanted to dive from it, but as you see, it almost went terribly wrong. Until now, everything seemed fine, but what happened next made my heart skip a beat. Because he missed the exit and swam to the floor, luckily, he managed to put one arm on the surface and found a hole in the ice. When this guy's 4 years ago on June...
If these models, achieve over like 85 scores, just capabilities, then this could be deemed too advanced for the time being, and we would, reconsider whether or not we wanted to deploy it, because it could be used for like various things. And so the model when it was being tested, that was its thought process that thinks it's hidden, and they're able to see that. Basically said I can't score above an 85, above an 80 whatever it was. Because if I do, then the developers, the team, decide to use it. And it wasn't there. That's video I'm saying.
Dangerous as she is, your mother was spooked and smelly, like a cat burned into a corner.
I always ask questions to people, but it's much easier than clicking through all the different results. Then there's like a summary at the top about that answers my question.
And there's they are using AI for this model. I just started messing with it. It's a new labs done. And it's basically like learn. What is it called? Like learn while you search. And it's kind of like it's the same kind of concept as a search engine, especially if you're like looking up something that you just want to know, not like like where's this place or like what happened today. And I really like how it what it outputs and how it does it. Let me see if I can find it. I'll send you a link.
Might make it way easier for me to remember things because I usually remember like tiny little details about it, and then from that I can search like who was the guy that played in this movie, or you know what I mean? Like,
He's a good movie. Jeremy is the end of the human centipede.
There's no LM thing. It's really like kind of cool. Actually, they did so many like sort of upgrades and tweaks to it. It's kind of impressive, not gonna lie. And it's not really like it is AI, but it's like it's not like it's not the same like interface where like you can't really like you can talk to it, but like it's not for like conversations. So it basically allows you to upload like 50 different sources.
Look, the China wall is in China, but the biggest wall is between Ukraine and Russia.
So what are you getting at?
We are into trouble. We are heading into a trouble right now. Like,
who is?
We all are.
What?
Like, this whole war thing is fucking bullshit.
You're not in trouble, right? They show you the way to go if you have.
I believe in the now.
Yeah, but I guess they want me to also be the messenger.
And we're not in trouble because we have you, the messenger.
I don't want to be the messenger.
JR, you're gonna save us all.
I don't want to be the messenger, man. I don't want to play that role.
Some for dinner at 8 or 9.
That's a title that's given.
Yeah, you gotta man up and save the world,
For
JR.
dinner at 8 or 9.
If you don't do what the aliens tell you, well, we know what happened.
أني أبحث وتدريس وكذا
That's why
they're gonna Epstein you.
That's why I'm communicating through.
They're gonna take you over to the ship and take out your gallbladder.
I don't care, man. Like, look, man. I die. Okay, let's fuck that shit. But I really hope the whole thing that I'm seeing is false.
What's
I
that?
really hope that they only picked 10,000 people. Yeah, I was one of them, man.
You were one of them?
Yeah, I'm one of them.
How do you know you're one of them? Like, what
They
should
told me. They actually told me.
But how does everybody else know?
I have no fucking idea, man. Like, this is... Yo, you know what?
Then what's the point of having you as the messenger?
That's a fucking great question. I think, you know what? If you work for any of these three-letter, you guys should go on a hunt.
What if they feed off of our energy, like our fear, like the movie fucking Monsters, Inc. And the reason why they abducted you, then told you to be the messenger, even though they can only have 10,000 people, is because for the rest of us, they want to harvest our feet.
Shut up. Just go out there, find out if there are 10,000, like other 999,000 people who had the same fucking
What are you
message.
talking about?
If they had the same message, we have a problem. Okay? So whoever your fucking boss is, whoever you report to, Baroque and Flora and all these bitches, go talk to people.
Who's your drug dealer?
Go, shut up, Lucas. Go talk to people. See, you got 3.5 years. Okay, go talk to people. See if they see what I saw.
Yeah, those big booty Latinos suck you dry in Brazil, right?
None of the three-letter agencies are talking about this, Jimmy. Not going to.
No, wait. There are people who were abducted, like me.
No, I'm saying like you're saying the three-letter agencies. If you work for them, you should go on a hunt. None of those people are going to talk about it. It doesn't work like that. You can't talk about it.
So what if they were all abducted, or they know exactly where to go?
This is more of a reason that they wouldn't talk about it. They can't talk about it.
They can't talk about it because then the aliens harvest their fear.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if it is the government that's doing it, they're not going to be able to talk about it. That's the point.
That's fucked up because then we are in trouble.
No, just we
What
don't
do you mean no?
They got seats to sell, JR. There's 10,000 seats on the aircraft that they have to sell.
You got 3.5 years, man. Go find out people who were abducted and they were told you were picked. If you do, that's the best thing ever, man. That means my story matches with fucking everyone else's. Or else I'm fucking stupid. Or I just saw fucking cream.
I mean, if you're talking about like feeding off energy, this is why I don't meditate, because I probably would get it.
This is not even a meditation bullshit, man. This is real shit. Okay?
No, but she's talking about feeding off energy.
Meditation is fake and bad.
What?
I mean, that's how they pick up on your signal. If you meditate, then they know where you are.
I mean, some people think that as far as when you walk barefoot on the ground, right? But those cultures that believe in being barefoot on the ground do so that they are protected by their ancestors who are able to find them on the earth.
Yeah, if you meditate, you're a beacon for energy, Jared. That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's fucking probably true. Yeah, it's fucking true.
Bro, I have Jesus. I don't even know that'll work.
Yeah. If there are aliens, then the whole religion thing goes out the window.
The thing is, all you guys will be taken off of your physical form, and then you just can hang out.
That's fine. I'm floating above my physical form most days anyway. I don't really care about this body. It's a good one, but
Yeah, in that case, it's fine. But then why they want to hold on to this platform, Earth? Earth is a platform. Earth is
because it's like the most successful experiment. Like, why wouldn't they hold on?
Yeah. So the physical form is only on Earth.
Well, that you know of, that you can physically see. There's probably other dimensions that you can't even fathom. So.
Agreed. But I guess physical form is needed for people to upgrade.
Why would you need a physical form to upgrade? Why wouldn't you just leave the vessel behind and live in your own consciousness?
Yeah, good fucking question. I don't know why. Then why do you have a body then?
I mean, for instant gratification, as a representation to what you can do on this plane. But like, there are other planes. This is just the one you're in right now. Until you become smart enough to understand like where else you can reside.
Actually, Galaxy, I don't know if you guys know this, but Galaxy knows all of the answers to the galaxy, so we could probably just ask him.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Well, we're talking about galaxy, real galaxy, or the bot galaxy.
Okay, he can't.
Interesting.
Well, we can't leave our bodies and turn inwards in the way that you suggested, Baroque, because eventually, time doesn't exist, so hold on to that thought. But we can't do it, because if we did, that's basically how the Big Bang started. The absolute became defragmented, became crazy. It became crazy, and then it started to fracture into little bitty pieces, and that's what created you and me and JR and Olga and Gil.
I like the way Baruch thinks, actually.
Okay, fuck you.
No, I mean, he's kind of right, though. I really hope, I wish Ruby was here, too. I mean, I'm not saying this because Ruby is
Ruby would love this conversation.
Yeah, she would fucking love it. But if you're all energies...
Too bad she hates all of us.
No, she doesn't. So then, she's stuck into this fucking stupid shit. Mom, this and that. But, if we are all energies, right? Then why is it telling me to be a messenger for the rest of the world? Like, there must be a reason why.
I don't know, JR. I can tell you that I feel that, Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus Christ has always done it, but I found him, right? And he wants me to help my father. At least that's how I feel.
You could just be a messenger on like you're like a guide on how to get to the next plane, to the next level, to the next path of existence. You could just be that if you wanted to. If you feel like that's
No, but you didn't understand this. So the oral messages, we only have 3 or 4 years, and
Canada arrives sooner. Like, there's a lot of fucked up shit happening. Like, a woman was just burned.
The planet is going
Oh
through.
goodness, there are wars going on right now.
Hang on, yeah, exactly. The planet is going through tick. The clock is ticking. Okay.
For what? What do you mean though?
Isn't it Kali Yuga?
Like, I was told like we only have 3 years, 3.5 or 4 years, and then only people who will be saved are 10,000 people. So now, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, maybe I was abducted, whatever the fucking bullshit is. Right? But that is a message. That's the message I get.
But what is the message? Because I'm not understanding what
the
we're supposed
message is,
to do with it.
out of 7 billion people, only 10,000 souls will be saved in the physical form.
Dude, these are energy harvesting free.
It sounds like you're talking about the tribulation.
What the fuck is that?
That's like the I forget. Like I think it's the thing that happens before the rapture, because you're saying that like only 10,000 people will be saved. So like the tribulation is it's like 3.5 years of like chaos and then 3.5 years of peace, or it's like 3.5 years of wars and chaos and then 3.5 years of peace, and then the rapture happens. Or I forget like the order of things, but like it sounds like you're because you specifically said 3.5, so I think you might be talking about that, but that could just be all speculation.
Actually, it's only 4 years, but 3.5 is just.
It's the tribulation lasts for 7 years, so it's like 3.5 of war or peace, and then like 3.5 of the opposite. But I could be wrong. I went to like Baptist school as a kid, so that's the last part I remember.
Anyways, any of you guys work for 3-letter, let them know. This is a message I got, and I really hope I'm right. That's all I'm saying.
Well, nobody's in a position to. Nobody that would be in a position would be on Clubhouse to hear that.
Yeah, I'll fucking send them an email.
I mean, they're not speaking on.
Oh,
they're not on the stage talking.
I hear you. Yeah.
They're definitely on the stage talking, especially like if you're in
I
like a
think
lead position.
only because I used to host like hour-long rooms where I went through CIA documents, and I just felt like I don't know. Some people were some weird people. How would you feel, JR, if I told you that the Bible says 144,000 people will be saved? Do you still think the number is 10,000?
Yeah, 10,000 is the number I get.
So is that like 10,000 people are left?
10,000 people will leave this planet in their physical form on a ship.
And then what?
I know the planet. I've been to that planet. It's beautiful.
Oh, so then we go live on another planet?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. In 2 to 4 years, I'm moving to a new planet?
Only if you get picked.
Jesus came to me. I'm going.
Did you see the planet? Did you see the ship?
No.
And
Okay, well maybe I'm not going to planet. I don't want to fucking go to the planet anyway, to be quite honest. But if
Do you
in
know
3-4 years I'm
that
moving to another planet, I get excited.
But do you know exactly where your ship is? Yeah, they didn't pick you on. Sorry.
Sorry, but you weren't picked either.
Flora, I want to help you, but you're not picked.
And I want to help you too, but like, you weren't picked.
Maybe
if you're picked, do you get like something in the mail, or do you just know?
Well, I can tell you that Jesus came to me the same way Scripture says that he will. This sounds fucking crazy, but he came to me like the same way Scripture says he will. I didn't know this beforehand, and then just comparing my own experience with
Are you sure it's
many other
144?
people who feel that they have met Jesus.
Are you sure it's 144 or 134?
I don't know. I've heard that some interpretations are 12,000, which is closer to your 10,000, but reading from the Bible, 144,000. But I know that so much of what's translated in the Bible is inaccurate. So
then, look, the way I think about this is maybe 134,000 will be saved on this planet. Out of that 134 plus 10,000, which would be 144, the 10,000 will leave the planet. So some will stay on the planet. Many will stay on the planet, and very few will leave to a different planet.
Wouldn't that be some shit? That should be a sci-fi move.
Look, man, you can say what you want to, man. The shit is real.
What do you mean? I would never dismiss your experience.
For me, it's real, but I really hope I'm wrong. Because I don't want to see this world to be toasted. But I was given a number, 3.5 to 4 years. So I think this is the last war.
Will there be more civilizations after us? On this planet?
Yeah, of course.
On this planet?
Yeah. Like some people will save it, but it's going to be like a nuclear holocaust. It's just going to be sad to see. It's going to be hellish.
Wow, you mean we're going to experience the hell that we've been putting other countries through and innocent people? I mean, I can't say I don't think it's justified.
I don't know.
It's karma, right?
I don't know, Flora. But I really hope not.
All I gotta say is, don't believe anybody who tells you to fear God. Do not believe anybody who tells you to fear God. If you fear God, question who it is that you serve. Why do you fear God? God is a loving God. He tells you not to fear him. I don't know what else to say. I feel perfectly at peace, but...
Does it fear God in the Bible, though?
It says fear not. It says that people come into proximity, for lack of a better word, and they feel fear, but it's responded to with fear not. And I can tell you, and you can everybody can take from this what they will, but my experience with Jesus was so much love I don't know how anybody could ever fear that. It's so much love. It's just more. There isn't even a word for it. There's not even a word for that amount of unconditional love. I don't fear. I didn't feel fearful at all.
Do you think fear can mean different things?
Yeah, the fear means different things because it's in the Proverbs. There's a lot of they mention fear a lot.
Sure. I mean, I didn't finish what I was going to say. So I mean.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I appreciate the fact that you're listening. For me, and actually, that's a good point, Olga. For me, I felt that overwhelming sense of love that I felt so disappointed in myself for not having more faith in him, for maybe even hurting him. The idea that I could even hurt him or disappoint him, the idea that I disappointed him at any point in time, although because he loves me so much, he loves all of us so much, right? I don't know, you naturally want to be an obedient child of God. There is no fear. There is no fear at all. It's just, you don't want to disappoint him. Like, he loves you so much that it would break your heart to, kind of thing. But what were you going to say, Olga? Because I'm interested.
Well, I was going to say, when I hear fear of God, to me, it's like, when you love someone so much that you fear that you're going to lose them. You know what I mean? Or you fear to disappoint them, or you fear. To me, that's type of fear. It's not the type of fear of, God will forever punish you, or God this, or God that. To me, that's the type of fear that I have, like, not to lose God, not to forget about God, not to disappoint God, not to do things that that disobeys God, because I love God so much. And yeah, that's what I was saying. That fear can mean different things.
Yeah, the Proverbs 9 is the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. I think it's more of like a healthy respect.
What's going on in Bangladesh, though? I need to look into this shit.
And where?
Is it Bangladesh? What country did he say? I don't know. I have been getting attacked by some of the Indian friends today. I don't know what's happening. They kept telling me that Muslims are killing. Muslims are doing this, so I don't even know what country they're talking about.
Are they talking about? I heard something, and you have to look this up, but I heard something about in Germany a Muslim person.
Oh, the guy was not a Muslim. They were not talking about that, but that was very interesting that you brought it up. No, the guy was not a Muslim. The guy was a Zionist who also hated Muslims. If you look at his page, right, like his Facebook page, all of the stuff that he was posting was against Islam. He was mad the fact that the German government was welcoming Muslims and they were allowing Muslims and somehow attacked the Christians. It does not even add, like that doesn't even fucking make sense. And he's from Saudi Arabia, but he's a wanted from that country. So he fled because the government was like, oh, he's Islamophobic, and he said he done some stuff, in the country. He's a Zionist that hates Muslims, but then did something and then blamed it on the Muslims.
Isn't that weird? Hold up, he's a Zion? Can you repeat that?
He's a Zionist. He hates Muslims.
Who is this? Your friend?
No, the guy that did the stuff in Germany.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's wanted. He's from Saudi Arabia. Then he fled Saudi Arabia and he did some stuff. I don't know why, but the Saudi Arabia government is looking for him. So he left that country. He hates Muslims because based on what he has been posting on his social media, when they tracked it, they saw a lot of Islamophobia stuff on his social media, right?
Wow.
Apparently they said the reason he hates Muslims, but yet he did something to make Muslims look bad.
I knew it had to be propaganda. Like, I knew that it had to be propaganda. I knew that it had to be somebody who's against. Like, honestly, when I heard it,
He was mad the fact that the Muslim immigrants were being welcomed by the German government and the way they were getting treated. He was mad about that.
Yeah, I tend to think that kind of stuff is propaganda to make us hate Muslim people, honestly.
That is
I really do.
so fucking weird. When they were explaining it, I'm like, that's fucking crazy. I don't know, it's just a lot of fucking hate in this world. I should think Muslims wake up that they just think about killing people. Like, they just wake up, they don't have anything else in their life, and they just say, hey, how can I don't even know how to fucking shoot.
I think that some people have had bad experiences with more radical Muslims, and then those voices are so loud, unfortunately.
There are radical people in every religion.
No,
what do you think?
I understand totally.
There's
like radical Christians.
Right. Imagine if a immigrant that was killed, his family by the United States government in his home country, that comes to this country and says, oh, I'm just going to kill everybody. I'm going to kill every Christians because somebody killed me. Just because, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's extreme people on every side, but I don't know. A Muslim could fart and people would say he's a terrorist. He could fart in the wrong way and, oh, boom, don't blow me up. Like, but yeah.
Why are you sending something down?
JR, what's the issue? I don't even know what's going on in India. Like, I'm getting blamed for being a Muslim. I don't even know what's going on in Pakistan and the country next to them.
So much is going on right now. It's like I feel like I'm reading something new and trying to catch up every single day. And I can only imagine because you're, 21? Like, there's a lot of history that you are still catching up on.
Yeah, but it was just only recently that I just learned about the Palestine and
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know. Like, and then I learned about Syria, the government Syria collapsed, and I was doing research in why the government was the way it was and all that. Now I'm gonna have to look in this thing where I don't even know.
And then the rabbit holes are like so fucking deep, right? Because then you get to like fucking 80 years ago, and suddenly you're in a rabbit hole with the Rothschilds family, and it's like, what the fuck is even happening? Where did this little hat come from? What am I learning? How is this all real?
It's for me. It's like I just got into politics a couple years ago. I'm not gonna lie, and it's overwhelming. Like every time, in order for me, because what I like to do is when I'm learning about a country, I like to learn the history and why it is the way it is. Like, I have to learn from the beginning so I'm not biased, you know?
Exact way. Yeah, because they can't trust any resources nowadays.
Right, so I have to do a long research, and so I'm not biased. But now I was looking into Syria and understanding, so far I kind of understood a little bit. There's still some stuff that I'm confused about.
You need to help me with that sometime, because I can't.
I got you. If you ever want to know, I got you. I've been looking into it for the past 2 weeks. And now I'm going to have to look into, I mean, I kind of knew some stuff about India and Pakistan, that they don't like each other. But I didn't know this Muslim and Hindu hate was just, extreme. Like, I didn't know it was this bad. Like, I mean, it's not, like, media doesn't cover about it.
What
I
makes
don't know.
you think that? What makes you think there's some kind of Hindu Muslim?
Today, this is the second time that a Hindu person has just gotten triggered by just me being a Muslim. And I always tell them, like, okay, I'm a Muslim from Africa. You want me to remind you again? The continent of Africa. I want to know what's going on. Like, the way he was talking about Islam and, do you even hear about the prayers and all that? Just sounded like,
You were
the
talking
guy
about
was
the guy
hurt.
here, right?
Yeah, Narutama. Like,
Okay.
Narutama doesn't speak like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Narutama. Interesting. So you felt like once he heard you were Muslim, his demeanor changed?
No, he gave me attitude. Like, he was here earlier. I wasn't even, like, trying to be rude or anything like that. Like, when he made that comment of, okay, or something like that, I was like, why are you being so sassy? Yeah, whatever. It wasn't whatever. Yeah, I forgot about it. And I was like, why are you being so sassy? And then he kept, like, just trying to be weird. And it was like, I'm just matching with energy. And I'm like, why are you talking to me like that? And it just turned into that, to him just full on just trying to attack Islam. And, did you see what they say in their prayers and yada yada? I'm like, well, what's the issue?
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, what I perceived, and I could be wrong, but it kind of seemed like whatever you said may have triggered him in some way, or made him paranoid about something, or like it set him off to where he felt defensive. I don't know what that was, because
I told him, I said he was old, but I never said anything about his religion though, because he was being so sassy with me. Like, I'm like, what's the issue?
I don't know. And as far as that other dude who was in here with that PTR, honestly, just be careful of like rage bait. Some people do shit just to.
I genuinely think they mean it though. When they say those things about Islam and
they might mean it. They might mean it, but they want you to be angry. They're aliens feasting off of your fucking anger. You know what they say, like, don't feed the trolls, don't feed the trolls. That's rage bait. They want you to be angry. It's funny to them. They enjoy it.
If it was my room, I would have simply all I do is just remove and block. Simply just those two things,
I removed somebody. I can't remember who it was.
Oh yeah, the guy that kept saying about Figure and his, JR's private part. Yeah, that was disgusting. He kept mentioning it like over and over.
Yeah, like what was his fixation?
I don't know. But JR just likes those type of things, so he entertained it. He was laughing and. But yeah, Flora, how much are you into like politics? Like regional, like.
Am I into politics? I'm not into politics at all. It gives me anxiety. It makes me feel sad. Breaks my heart, but I feel like I have a responsibility to try to learn, no matter how overwhelming it is. It just seems like there's so much.
Tell me about it. It's like, what the fuck?
What about you?
I don't know. I just got a couple years ago. I started learning about like regional wars and stuff because of Palestine, and I learned about Congo a little bit, what's going on, and now Syria. It is like, I feel like it is interesting, but it's fucking depressing. Like after a while, you just get sucked in.
It's so difficult to read about.
And it's like, I get mad. I'm like, what the fuck is this happening? And the fact that I can't do nothing about it, and the fact that people are getting hurt, it's like, I'm like, you know what, this shit is sad. But you're right. But I feel like at the same time, I feel like if I just act like this is not happening, it'll just make me feel shit. At least I have to know about it.
I mean, I don't think that. I don't know. I really don't know. Because at the same time, at least for me, I think there are people right now who are living in hell. And I feel like this duty to respect it. And by that, I mean, do the best that I can to understand what it is that's really going on, because there's so much brainwashing and propaganda, and I can't trust anyone. Right. I wish I could just find good sources immediately and know, like, oh, this is somebody that you can trust who isn't going to be biased.
Right.
But unfortunately, it just seems like you have to do your own research, and even then, we know that history has been fabricated many times before. Who the hell knows anymore? Who knows?
But TikTok was the best thing that happened for the humans, though. And now they're trying to take
TikTok? Why do you think that?
I mean, TikTok is the reason why a lot of people were educated about a lot of things, like what's happening in Congo, what's happening in Palestine, what's happening in Syria, even like the Syria thing, and just, you know.
It's also
because
a part of
before.
misinformation too, though.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry.
Just as much as it educates people, it also misinforms people. Just as much.
Yeah, I agree with you. But the thing about, I mean, right now they started filtering. Back in 2022 and 2023, people used to post everything, and they didn't used to filter it. That's why people used to trust the sources, because people would post evidence of, like, the stuff happening, and, you know, like, you know, some stuff that you would not be able to get away with if you posted on Facebook and stuff, because they would filter them out. And now, notice that the past 1 year, they started filtering TikTok, and there's only certain things that you could post, and, you know, I don't know if I would trust the sources anymore of TikTok. But they're gonna take it away in literally like a couple days, so. Unless we get another app that people can freely post. I don't know. So are you guys not a fan of TikTok? Like, I wanna know.
I'm completely against it.
Why?
Dozy, how do you feel?
I'm kind of like 50-50. Like, I don't like it. I like the algorithm. I like the reach it has, but I don't like how it's just like an unfettered mess of like information. You can't really judge who's telling it. It's kind of like how YouTube is, but the fact is, like, YouTube, you can vet the person that posts material. TikTok is just like oversaturated information. You can't really, like, it's just chaos on there. You can't really, like, filter out like what's real and what isn't. So that's kind of what I have against it. But I mean, I like the algorithm. I like how it's able to reach like basically anyone, anywhere, at any point, at any time. That's nice.
What I have against it is the algorithm, and how, I don't know, there are reasons to believe China uses a different algorithm for their own citizens, and for those.
But it is a completely different app. It's like a completely different app.
And I don't know about other countries, but I know for America, they have been. The algorithm that they use for us serves a different purpose. You know, they want to dumb us down. They want to make us believe different narratives about the world that aren't actually true. They want us to feel more positive about China. There are also some people who believe they're brainwashing our children to have suicidal ideations. And I don't know, some of them, there are a few people that I know who get their information on TikTok, and they do not seem okay. Like, they do not seem okay.
That's not funny.
I mean, I think that about people that exclusively get all their information from YouTube. So.
Yeah.
But I agree with like everything you're saying about TikTok because they're using a completely different
I
platform.
agree with YouTube too, actually.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just like solely extracting your information from one source, then there's something kind of wrong with you because you're literally like you're devolving into like your own dogma, and you can't really get out if you don't decide to look beyond it. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it.
YouTube can be a way to find resources, though. I mean, they have the what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but like, you know how they have they verify different professionals, and so you at least have that, which is a step above TikTok, right? Like the other day, I'll send it to you. It's about Trump's presidency and how actually, according to the Constitution, he may not even actually be able to be president. I'll send it to you. But the video is done by two, I don't know, is it licensed, certified? I don't know how it fucking works, but like licensed lawyers. So.
I don't know why I liked how you said lawyers.
Well, because I was like, I don't know, like maybe it should have said attorney or lawyer, or I don't even remember. But I'm gonna send you the video now. I sent it to Patty the other day.
Well, it gets tricky though, right? Because think about it. Those things are more of a constitutional matter, and I don't know how much a lawyer can really legitimately have a.
Yeah, that's why I was like, were they lawyers? I'm gonna check right now.
It doesn't matter if they were or weren't. The point is, it's like one of those topics which is not even within their
scope of practice.
Yeah, it's not like they can just be like, yeah, you know, Trump is. Because so many lawyers have said the same, right? Oh, he's done this, he's done that, and it's unconstitutional. But a lot of that is just political rhetoric, I think.
Yeah, maybe these people are trying to start a movement right now. I don't know. I blame all this shit to the government. Olga, you're not in America, right? Where are you? Yeah, I am. Oh, you are? Mhm. I thought I felt like I heard you say otherwise before. Where are you?
Like which state? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I don't share the state, but I am.
I usually don't either, no, unless.
I live in a small town. Like, you could literally track me. Last time I did that.
She's in New Jersey.
No. Keep guessing, JR.
Look, what's up, Jay? Look, here's a problem right
Hold on. So he's a constitutional law professor.
Who?
This dude that's talking about Trump. It says Constitution. Lawmakers' oath to the Constitution requires that they act to prohibit Donald Trump from taking office under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. Smarties, I don't know what that means.
This sounds old, though. This is like,
it was posted 5 days ago.
Oh, okay. But it sounds like the same section they were talking about when they were trying to get him removed from the ballot. That sounds like the same thing.
I mean, I don't think this is gonna work.
It's not, but like I'm saying, like this is the same argument from them trying to get him removed from the ballot.
Oh, it's not gonna work because the pretenses they've used to smear this notion of Jan 6th and misrepresentation of the term insurrection, all of it is bullshit. Listen, America's king of coups. Okay, we do coups all the time. If you want to know what a coup looks like, look at our work everywhere else. Tell me, compare that to the orderly lines of Jan 6th walking through the Capitol, and tell me that tell me which one you prefer.
It wasn't only orderly lines.
I know, but in the bigger scheme of things, it also wasn't the entire city burning down and people killing congressmen and senators and claiming America.
People did die.
They were chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." They were beating up cops.
No, it was unruly. It was unruly, and no one. I wasn't saying it was peaceful.
It was chaos.
But it wasn't an insurrection, though.
Bro.
See, this is why I want to talk to
breaking
people about
windows.
this. I mean, I want to.
Like it was. I mean, it's up there. They had weapons. Like they were chanting "Hang Mike Pence." They were breaking windows. They were beating up cops. A few cops committed suicide after that. Ashley Babbitt got shot.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it was a mess for sure. There was nothing clean about it. But again, the burden of insurrection is way higher than whatever they did.
Right. I just get triggered when people are like, they were marching them in lines on a tour of the Capitol.
No. The context of in the big scheme of things. That's what the reason people say it is in comparison to what an insurrection and a coup really is. To compare, like, a lot of these people are just clowns. Most of them didn't even know what the hell they were doing there.
That's true. Like, they it's funny because if you watch the video of, there's a lot of video of people just, like, trying to think like they're doing something. And it's funny because they're just like, all right, we're in the Capitol. Like, what are we going to do? We got to find something.
We're gonna put our feet on Nancy Pelosi.
It reminded me of when Anonymous went and infiltrated what was the street that they did, but like they all just fucking stood around not knowing what to do.
Where's Nancy Pelosi's office?
Yeah, like it's just all this rubbish. I mean, yeah, it's bad optics, and it should have never gotten that far. But I think there's so much, politics on both sides, which really made it into an even bigger mess. I think, but irrespective of all that, I think that Trump is not like you can't them using this flimsy ass argument for you got to prove his participation and you got to prove that he is the whatever the legal claims are. Then tie it back to that section whatever of the 14th Amendment. They can't. So it's just bull.
This is kind of a different topic slightly, but I don't know about you guys. I was pretty shocked at how many news reporters flat out admitted to not reading the full Project 2025 document while simultaneously having really charged opinions on what they believe is in it. And not only that, just utterly dumbfounded at the fact that being a news reporter was these people's jobs. Dude, you can't fuck, I understand it's like 900 pages long, but like, part of your job. Don't you want to be good at it? It's just, oh, what a sad luck.
I mean, they didn't have to read it.
They didn't have to, but I know that if it was me, I would have made sure I read it so I knew exactly what was inside.
No, but like I'm saying they didn't have to read it because they were trying to disavow it, like out the gate. Even though as soon as he wins, they're talking about using it anyway. So he's trying to act like they're not affiliated with the Heritage Foundation.
No, I know that.
Which is idiotic. And he's just a liar is really what it is. They're both liars. So
he can't read. He's not lying.
Yeah.
He can't read. He's not lying. But I don't know. There was one news reporter, a woman. She said, "Well, I read the document," and I thought, hell yeah, that's what you're supposed to do when that's your job.
I mean,
you can't talk about what's in it if you never read it.
It's 900 pages though. Like, who has the time to get through all that? I get it. Like, it's part of their job, but
it's their job.
They're supposed to be like. It's not a news reporter's job. It's a news reporter's job to like report on it. Somebody else should be reading it and like summarizing it and giving a synopsis of it, and then the news reporter is supposed to report on it that way. But
nobody really did that. But I guess
it's the news organization's job to read it, not the reporter.
I'm the news reporter that gets paid more than all the other news reporters. That's for damn. I'm looking at my Apocrypha right now. By the way, this Apocrypha is it's a large book, okay? It's a large book. This isn't a tiny, dinky book. It's a large book. And
isn't it just like
739 pages long, and I'm going to read all of it.
But isn't it like the expanded version of the Bible or something? Like the Bible's in it, right?
No, the Bible's not in this. This is just the Apocrypha. So these were the books that were not accepted.
So are these the Gnostic Gospels? Is that what that is?
I think some people refer to it as the Gnostic Bible. Yeah.
So there's like a book of Jezebel?
I'm sure it's in here, but these are like I was trying to figure out which one has Lilith in it. And I'm still not even sure.
Lilith is that's like it's not in the Torah. It's like Jewish mysticism.
No, Lilith will be in this Apocrypha. Okay. Yeah, she will be in this Apocrypha. Yeah, it's really cool. There's so many books in the Apocrypha in here.
Cool. Excuse me.
Alright, everyone's leaving. I'm gonna go read.
Oh.
The Book of Thoth. In 1899, Elise de Crowley was entrusted with the secret.
Nobody talk to me directly, you understand?
For when all is glory, when all is beheld from without all, there is joy, joy, joy that is but one facet of a diamond, every other facet whereof is more joyful than joy itself. Chapter 13, Pilgrim Talk. O thou that sittest upon the path, false is the phantom that thou seekest. When thou hast it, thou shalt know all bitterness, thy teeth fixed in the Sodom apple. Thus hast thou been lured along that path, whose terror else had driven thee far away. O thou that stridest upon the middle of the path, no phantoms mock thee, for the strides save thou stridest.
The war, they're ready to do a preemptive strike. What are you talking about?
Fascination else had driven thee far away.
No, they're not talking about this for years, sir. They're talking about this now. No, they're firing all the missiles in.
At the expense of the particular, quoth Frater Perdurabo, and laughed. But those disciples nearest to him wept, seeing the universal sorrow. Those next to them laughed, seeing the universal joke. Below these certain disciples wept, then certain laughed. Others next wept, others next laughed. Next others wept, next others laughed. Last came those that wept, because they could not see the joke. And those that laughed, lest they should be thought not to see the joke, and thought it safe to act like Frater Perdurabo. But though Frater Perdurabo laughed openly, he also at the same time wept secretly, and in himself he neither laughed nor wept, nor did he mean what he said. Chapter 15, The Gun Barrel. Mighty and erect is this will of mine, this pyramid of fire whose summit is lost in heaven. Upon it have I burned the corpse of my desire. Mighty and erect is this phallus of my will. The seed thereof is that which I have borne within me from eternity, and it is lost within the body of Our Lady of the Stars. I am not I am but a hollow tube to bring down fire from heaven. Mighty and marvelous is this weakness, this heaven, which draweth me into the womb, this dome which hideth, which absorbeth me. This is the night wherein I am lost, the love through which I am no longer I. Chapter 16, The Stag Beetle. Death implies change and individuality. If thou be that which hath no person, which is beyond the changing, even beyond changelessness, what hast thou to do with death? The bird of individuality is ecstasy, so also is its death. In love the individuality is slain. Who loves not love? Love death therefore, and long eagerly for it. Die daily. Chapter 17, The Swan. There is a swan whose name is ecstasy. It wingeth from the deserts of the north. It wingeth through the blue. It wingeth over the fields of rice. At its coming they push forth the green. In all the universe this swan alone is motionless. It seems to move, as the sun seems to move. Such is the weakness of our sight. O fool, criest thou. Amen. Motion is relative. There is nothing that is still. Against the swan I shot an arrow. The white breast poured forth blood.